Hey friends, Jeff here with RV Optimizer, and today I want to talk to you about e-bikes, not just any e-bike, but one that you can fold up and compactly take with you. So I'm going to put the description and the information in the description section so that you can check out the link and see if this is something that works for you. As a matter of fact, the manufacturer is giving you $100 off if you use RV Optimizer as your coupon code when you go to checkout. There again, if this is something right for you. So let's get into it and see if it's a good fit. So the truth is, once you get to your campsite and you park your RV, your mobility goes down unless you have a car that you've towed. You do have options. You can rent a car, you can walk around, but I'm going to talk to you about an e-bike that, one, for RVers, it's so important that it has to be compact and work within the space you have. Now, a lot of these garages, if you're fortunate enough to have an RV that has a garage in it, a lot of them are still pretty narrow, not really tall space inside. So you still need something that, in a traditional bike, you got to take your handlebars off, you got to take the front tire off in a lot of cases just to get them in there. I'm going to show you an option that does change that up a little bit and just give you more options when you get to your campsite. So let's take a look. Let me introduce you to this Sizzle foldable e-bike. It is in the back of my car trunk right now. That's how small this thing kind of gets and folds up too. I'm going to pull it out of here real quick and we're going to show you how it unfolds and a few of the key benefits and components that makes up this bike. Okay, so this is the Sizzle all folded up. Now, they put a couple of cool little, I don't even know what they call them, pivot locks that make this pretty easy to come together. So like this first one is on the handlebars here. I'm just going to pivot this up and then push this in place, and now the handlebars are there. The next one, I'm going to actually pull together here, and you can see on this side over here how that goes in, and we've pushed that in. On the pedals, you just unfold them like that. Same on the other side. So let's talk about some of the features, I guess, that come with this bike, and in some ways how it may be different than others. Yes, you saw it fold up, but let's talk about the weight. This thing weighs about 70 pounds. Would I say it's the lightest bike you're going to have? Absolutely not. So having that extra hand when you fold it and go put it back in your compartment is probably a necessary thing. Not to say you couldn't do it by yourself, but the awkwardness of it a little bit probably requires more than one set of hands. So this comes with an electric rear hub. This is 1,000 watts, which is for e-bikes, it's amongst the tops. So what that means to you is your ability to get up and down inclines and so forth. It's not going to damper you from doing that. It's going to have enough power to get you around. This is the battery itself that goes in here. Now, you've got a key. This key is your lock. And you can take this whole battery out. Now, you can take this out. It's got a little charging indicator you can push on there to tell you how full the battery is. You can also store your battery separate from your bike. Put it in, lock it, take the key out so nobody can take your battery. And then right down here, they give you a nice little charger. You plug into that. And it takes about 4 hours to completely, fully charge this battery. You can get about 55 miles range out of that battery. So focusing on some of the controls you have hydraulic disc brakes for both front and back. On this side, you have a 7-speed gearbox. So hitting one lever goes up, one lever shifts you down. Over here, you have a throttle control, just like an actual throttle here. So as you push that down, you automatically go. Gives you a nice little display here. Now it flickers on the camera, but it's not flickering in real life. So you can actually hit the little plus symbols, and you can see it's putting into different passing modes, it's called. And basically what that means is 5 is the highest it'll go, and when you're pedaling, that's your pedal assist, and that'll get you the most power, most speed this has to offer. If you're in particular situations where you want to pedal, but you're just going to cruise, you want to adjust your pass modes there. You also have, that comes standard with this, is a headlight. which is great for cruising around the campsites and so forth after dark. The other thing that Sizzle does is, in addition to the headlight, they throw in 2 fenders. I say throw in, they include it in what you buy, and this nice little rear rack here, which I think is pretty cool. It allows you to strap stuff on, take it with you. Now the whole bike will hold 400 pounds, just so you know. And the last thing I'll point out here is these tires. These are 4-inch what they call fat tires. And the idea here is that these will go through different types of conditions, gravel, sand, muddy conditions, and you don't have to worry about a really thin tire washing out on you as you're riding. So nice to have those. It also does have front suspension on it, the forks here. So helps cushion a little bit on your front end. Doesn't have anything on the back end, but that's just the way this comes. So let me take you for a quick scoot around the park here real quick, and then we'll come back and now show you how to fold this thing back together. Okay, so we quickly zoomed around the park just a little bit, just to give you an idea what that looks like. Now let's fold this thing together and get ready to stow it or put it away. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the pedals, push them down. That folds that into play. Same thing on the other side. Right here you'll see a little red button underneath. I'm going to push that forward, pull this latch. That will allow me to basically pull these 2 sides together. Then right here, another little red latch. I'm going to pull that up, pull that down. This allows to put this all together. That's the Sizzle foldable e-bike. Check it out. Information in the comments section if it could be helpful for you. And I hope all your future trips are optimized. Thanks for watching.